Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to a new video. I've got something here that I have been waiting for probably for like the last 2 weeks. This is a pedal commander or like a throttle commander. People call them differently. On the box it says it's a sprint booster. I guess that's what the name of the company is. And what this product is basically a little module thing that plugs into where the gas pedal below is. It plugs into there, and then you can reroute the wire and put the little controller box somewhere else, and through the controller box you can control the sort of the, I don't know if it's like throttle mapping or throttle response, I guess, because Tacomas, they're kind of a little laggy when it comes down to you know, the throttle when you kind of push it in and response that you get from it, and supposedly this thing's supposed to help it. So I don't know. By the way, if you guys are interested in the product that I ordered through AFE, I will put a link down in the description below, so check it out if you want to. I'm not affiliated by them. I'm not 100% happy with how this whole 2-week wait was, but it is what it is. So I guess this is it. This is the little thing here. It's pretty small. Yeah, let's try to figure this out. Let's try to get it installed. Let's try to get it working. So essentially what you get is you get this little guy here, which is the actual little controller for you changing all the different settings. And you get this plug-in, which plugs down below at the gas pedal area. So let's go down there and take a look at what we can find. Okay, so from what I'm understanding, this guy has got to connect right into that thingamajig there, that connector. So let's do that. Okay, after a little fumbling around here, I got it installed, and basically all it is just this little connector piece here that comes in between the original plug going in to the pedals. So it's just a little spacer plug-in type, however thing you want to call it. And then to that little white section there, I'm just gonna have to plug in the actual little the remote controller thing. So let me do that. Okay, so I've taken this little remote thing, I've let it in between from underneath through the sort of steering column thing. Make sure wrapped it around once around the steering column just to make the cable a little shorter, and I just kind of put it there. So it's freaking hot. It is very, very freaking hot. Check it out, 100 bloody degrees. We've got sport mode, and we've even got race mode. Yeah. Okay, so sport, it says that improved response up to 30%, race, improved response up to 60%, off with no light means stock response. And I guess every mode between race, sport, and yeah, between race and sport, you've also got between 1 and 9 different modes in that one mode, so you can kind of specify how you want your throttle response to be. Okay, so I don't think I need these instructions. Okay, so this is the off mode. I guess this is like the main button for powering it off and on. You press it another time. The green is the sport mode, I believe, from what it said. Let me zoom in. Okay, that should be better. And then if you press it again, you've got the red little light, that stands for race mode, and it's setting 5. So let's try it out. I just want to put it in sport mode. It's kind of funny. It's a Tacoma sport mode. This thing ain't got no sport mode. This thing ain't made for no racing. Let's buckle up, because this thing's about to take off at 600 horsepower. My wife and I, we have lived in Florida and Sarasota for just about like 7 months, 8 months, and I'm telling you, I have yet to get used to the temperatures here. Like for me, I consider myself pretty lucky as far as what I do for work. Like I don't go outside and work with a shovel or, you know, do construction or any of that sort of thing. I'm mostly always inside. So that part is amazing. You know, it's like you got the AC running inside the house, you got the AC running inside the car, and then you got the AC running inside of all the other places that I'm at, so that makes it pretty easy. But enough talking about the heat here. Let's actually try this thing out and let's see what we feel. Alright, I definitely notice a little bit of a different feel in the throttle and sort of how it responds. Because Toyotas, they're a little weird. Not Toyotas, but Tacomas, at least the 3rd gen. It's like when you press on the throttle, like the first like 1/8 of the throttle, like it's got good touch, it's got good feel. And then, sorry, someone's calling me. It's got good feel, and then like as you dive into further into the throttle, probably between like 2/8 and like 3 or 4/8, it kind of feels a little sluggish and like something is like off, like it feels sluggish. And then when the RPM start to climb, and then when you really give it more throttle into, you know, 6/8, 7/8 of the throttle push, then it like you start feeling like the truck actually drive. And so it feels a little sluggish during that first part of the throttle. And supposedly what this thing's supposed to do is kind of remove that little gap of that sluggishness, and it's supposed to make it feel better. And I mean, overall, I mean, if you switch it to, let's try to put it into race mode with the red. Let's keep it at 5. Let's just see how it feels. Just normal acceleration. Yeah, I'm being quiet here, but I'm just kind of trying to get a feel for how it is. It seems like now it's just the throttle is even more responsive. It's gotten to the point to where it's like, you know, you don't have to press the throttle in as much in order for it to move as fast as before, if that makes sense, which I'm sure it does. I want to try out setting 9 with race mode. Let's see how that's gonna be. It's kind of nice, actually. Kind of like it. You don't really have to press in on the throttle that much in order for it to like start moving the truck. And yeah, there it goes, just downshifted. Like with just a little bit of throttle increase in it. Throttle is basically really touchy right now. And this is at its highest sort of setting. And in all honesty, this really kind of feels very similar to the ECT power button there that you've got, that the Tacoma's got, where you kind of get more of a touchy throttle, but at least the gearing and the gear changes stay the same, to where, you know, it's not going to be trying to hold the gears up high or anything. It still downshifts whenever it feels like it should. So I think this might be a pretty good feel, actually, pretty good balance. But dang, what difference does it make? It's crazy. I mean, I'm barely pressing on the throttle. That was like not even quarter throttle. And without this thing, if I was normally driving, I'd probably have to be pressing like half throttle. So it definitely makes a pretty darn big difference with how the throttle feels. All right, so I don't really want to kind of record me really experiencing this whole thing of how it, okay, dang, throttle is super touchy. So I'm gonna drive around for a little bit, and I'm gonna get back to you guys in just a second in the next clip here, and I'll kind of show you, or try to explain to you a little bit more about how this thing works. So, all right, I'm gonna pull over 7-Eleven, and I'm gonna get some cold water, because these water bottles are about 100-something degrees in temperature, I'm thirsty as heck. I shall be right back. I got me water. Boy, I was just coming up to the truck and gazing at it as if I'm in love with the truck. But this thing looks so nice. I'm telling you, like the wheels and the tires, they make a world of a difference. I feel like every time for the future, if I ever buy like a new truck or a new car or something, or get a new car or a new truck, like that's the first thing that I always want to do. Like I just hate that stock look. But the 2-inch leveling kit and the bigger tires, the 33s, man, gorgeous, I'm telling you. All right, back to the drive. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is in sport mode and level 9. That's my last setting that I've kind of been trying it out at. So what are my thoughts? What's the conclusion? Is this thing worth it? Is it not? Is it worth it? I think absolutely yes. I think I paid like 280 bucks or 290 for that thing. I definitely do think it's worth it. It really does make a difference, a big difference in the throttle response and how the throttle feels. When you press that button and you turn it off, like the amount of difference that it is, like you really feel it, and it just feels so much better. It feels, the truck just feels more alive, and it's just a lot more better to drive. Honestly, it just feels more of like it's got at least some power under the hood. As far as like which setting is the best, it's a nice GT. As far as which setting is the best, I've been on race mode. I've been on level 9 in race mode, level 5 in race mode. The throttle's too touchy. It's not to my liking. It's not really practical to drive that way, I think, with it. Right now I have it in the in what they call sport mode, and it's at level 9, so the highest level in sport mode. And it seems to be good, but I honestly probably need like a couple of days to actually drive around and get a feel for it before I actually make any I'm sure I'm going to change it a million times still. But so yeah, hopefully you guys found this video to be interesting or informative. If you did, leave a like on the video. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. There will be more builds and more stuff that I will be doing with the Tacoma, so you can stay up to date that way. See you guys next time.